through SoundCloud, but none of these beats feel me. I hit up the pound now. I'm starting to get the feelings of needing to shout loud. My heart is the bullet's beating. I'm hitting the clouds. Wow, I'm high as my ceiling. But I don't know where to go with the flow. I'm hoping dopamine. No, I'm overflowing with thoughts in the moment. Stuck in the zone where I'm feeling like I just might steal a bike. Fucking just peel a thigh. I don't know if it's real or lies. This life that we live in down. Trust me, I won't be surprised if we are trapped in the mind of the power so divine.
I had to throw that together really quick. That was garbage.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It reminds me of Friday Night Tights, to be fair. Doing good. Just had a pretty chill evening. Got up about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Then went out and got pizza. So, yeah.
What time is it? Where are you at?
It's about 2:45 at the moment.
UK. Man. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's some commitment, man. I appreciate you.
No, that's fine. No, I mean, as I said, I got up at 5 p.m. to be fair, so I've had a decent amount of sleep. So.
All right. Good. What's going on, chat, man? Oh, hey, look, I know that guy. How's everybody doing? Glad to have you here. Yo, Indian Potato Farmer, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Graph Web, hey. As always, man, on cue. Cancel Disney Plus. There he is. What's up, Red Package? Are we going to see some sparring footage? There is some floating around on the internet. And what's up? Strike. Is there sleep? There's no sleep. No rest for the wicked.
No.
So we have some other guests coming. I guess they just decided they wanted to be fashionably late today. So you and I are going to hold down the fort for a little bit.
Awesome.
I'm excited about KOTOR, the remake, right? Very excited. Look who decided to show up. You're super quiet. Yell into your microphone.
Yo?
Yeah.
Yo. Yeah, we can. Just about.
Sorry, I don't have fancy equipment.
There it is. Bam.
I haven't got fancy equipment. I've got some Sony earbuds, and that's all I've got.
Can you hear me better, though?
Yes, you sound great. Wonderful. Beautiful. Okay, so KOTOR remake. Yes, super excited about it. But I decided because I was in the chat with Santa Stream earlier, and it sounded like there's been a bunch of negative PR already because of the person who got hired for the rewrite. Okay, so me trying to be positive. I swear to Bob, I am trying to be a positive guy. Okay, and the first thing that I get within the first 5 minutes is like 6 or 7, recovered tweets from the lady who's writing this that basically says like, F Star Wars fans, go die mad about it. I don't even like KOTOR. I'm paraphrasing here, but stuff like that. And it's like, okay, this is another in a line of curious decisions for me, and I just don't get it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go dig through the Twitter. I'm gonna be the weirdo who does, because I stay off of Twitter. I'm gonna be the weirdo and dig through it. And within 3 minutes, I find something that just already it just pissed me off. So if I can share this with you guys, I just
go for it.
It just kind of grinds my gears, doesn't it? Okay, all right, you guys ready? Let me know if you can hear the audio. I guess it doesn't matter. So things I get asked as a AAA video game writer. Do you even play games? Not for less than $180 an hour. Like, okay. What? Did you just get your job because you're a woman? Yes, but they also ignore me because I'm a woman, so it's fine. Why do you hate men?
Oh.
Because I'm bisexual.
Is that how that works?
What the fuck?
You already know what I'm gonna say.
I want to hear all of it. Tell me.
Why do they keep doing this? Like, for real, I want an honest answer. Are they trying to push out the people that have already been here for that long?
No, they're just trying to push the agenda. That's all they've been doing. It always leads back to what's been going on in the real world, and they've turned entertainment into propaganda. That's all they want to do.
So and that's the issue.
Yeah, that's all they want to do. And it's like, what was that comic, DC comic, that Starfire's daughter, who's like the emo girl, and it looks exactly like the writer. I can't remember what the comic book
I Am
was,
Not Starfire.
That's the one. Yeah.
What is it?
They just I'm Not
I Am
Starfire.
Not.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like she's a like an emo girl who's like, oh, I hate my mom. Why she's so big and like why is she so successful because she's got a slim body and stuff. Like superheroes can't be like this way. And it's just an insert from the actual writer. She looks exactly like the writer, basically, and that's all they're doing. These writers. Yeah, so the writers just go in and insert themselves into the comic book, basically. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that's I'm Not Starfire, and then this is the gal that.
Okay. Yeah, so that's her mum behind her, and that's the writer. So it's like a full insert, basically.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Did that sell very well? Do we know? Or
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
But what's infuriating about that? It's like clearly it's made for someone like a specific group of people. Like you're 100%. Not gonna go out there and buy that shit. Like I'm not gonna go out there and buy that shit. I don't give a.
Right.
They're trying to push people away. That's what I feel like. It doesn't make any sense.
So are we the people they want to push away? Why? But why though?
I have no idea. I feel like if I say to push a narrative, I sound all conspiracy theory, but I can't think of any other reason why. It's just, I don't know. I guess maybe the people that like this stuff are a little more gullible. I mean, I don't want to say that, but you know.
I think they're searching for fans that I like all Star Wars. I don't care what it is. I just like when it's labeled, packaged on, I will go and put money into that. I mean, us hardcore fans will do that anyway. Like I gave High Republic a chance. I read the Legends novels. I watched Bad Batch. I attempted to watch Resistance. Couldn't get through after a couple of episodes, but at least attempted at it. At it. But I don't know. There's some reason all these companies are attacking their fan base. Even Lego Star Wars. They've gone in and attacked their fan base completely by telling, with certain figures putting in certain sets, like, we don't they don't understand what we need to do to these sets, and we don't want to put exclusive minifigs into a £300 set because it's unfair on little kids. But then they go and create the Tumblr and they put Heath Ledger's Joker in that, and it's only in that set. So where is the consistency? I don't know. I don't know what these corporations are doing anymore. It's just they're trying to push. Unless Hollywood, I mean, Robert Meyer Burnett talks about this, and that it's that Hollywood is 2 steps behind the real world because we're moving so fast that Hollywood is not catching up to what's
How is that possible?
They're only hearing echoes.
I mean, they literally hire people to sit and, maybe that's the problem. They sit and they watch social media and they see what people are saying. But I just, I think maybe we just all need to make Twitter accounts and get real loud. Maybe that's what needs to happen. I don't know.
I don't think even Twitter. I just think it's easier to listen to Twitter and just go, that's not what people want. Right. I mean, I haven't been on Twitter for a little while. I deleted it about a year ago, to be fair, because I was just like, it's too toxic of a place. But I think what the issue is that we've stepped back and went, okay, you do you go and do what you do, and we've just gone, leave us alone. Well, we've allowed them to run off and let them do what they want to do, which has affected us basically. Yeah. And we I think that's just where I lean, it's just that I'm that type of I'm an individualist, so I'm very much, you go and do, as a collective, you go and do what you want to do, leave my toys alone. So they've left our toys alone, but they've gone to create new stuff, but we want to still expand on that new stuff, but they're not allowed. They're like, no, we're not. You can't go and build new cultures. You can't go and build anything new. You either follow this IP or we just don't want you anymore.
What's going to happen when all of us that really do love the IP leave, though? They're probably going to be fine.
It just collapse. They just collapse.
They're not going to make as much money as they would if they tried to at least remember the people that they inherited in the fan base, I feel like.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, because there's a lot of us. There's 44 years of us.
Two Star Wars nerds got it right there. He's got it right there. It's not a Disney problem. It's not a Lucasfilm problem. It's a whole it's that Californian area. It's the mentality of how they all talk to each other, and it's all about one-upmanship of where, oh, I'm in this show, and we've got to be who's better at pushing themselves on a pedestal. That's all it is. It's just a fight over who's on the top. And like with Star Wars, it's the biggest IP, so they think, oh, we can go in and use that to push our narrative as best as possible through there.
Right.
But it is a Disney problem, though. They're paying attention to the wrong people. I feel like they're catering to such a, like, I don't know, it feels like a minority, but they're just the loudest on social media. That's the problem.
I mean, are they just listening to people who don't because there is fans out there who have joined since the sequels who only follow it because it's Disney. I've spoken to a lot of people that I've gone up to them and said, have you watched Star Wars? They go, yeah, I've watched Star Wars. And I said, oh, well, what's your favorite movie? And they go, oh, I've only watched the new ones. There's people out there who only watch the Disney Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Are they pandering to those fans? Is that what they want? Do they think older?
I think so.
Older. Yeah. Are the older fans? For the
most part. I mean, you can't forget also, see, I try to give credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
Mando season 2 is very much so like, not like OT fans, but definitely like the prequel era fans, and the show's coming out as well. But I don't know. I feel like the need to take something and make like a modern remake of it, like what does that even mean? And that's kind of scary. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and look at this, man. They want all these soft ass games for these soft ass people. I would say like, no, it's not like that. But dude, we didn't even have dismemberment in Fallen Order. You couldn't even cut off a stormtrooper's arms or head. Like, what, dude? Do you remember in Force Unleashed when you could like pick a dude up with the Force, throw your lightsaber into him, bring him back to you, and then like cut his head off and then throw him off a cliff? I was like, damn, I'm a Sith fucking lord right now. That shit was so much fun.
I mean, over here it was 16. Peggy 16, so you had to be 16 to be able to buy the game, and there was no dismemberment in the game except unless it was animals. But Force Unleashed was a 12 over here, Peggy 12, and that had dismemberment. And I don't get it. They're just trying to be all this softy soft, but not softy soft. Right. Like, oh yeah, we like the marketing inside is like, oh, we're keeping it all friendly, like with the Slave One situation. Oh, we got to think about the mums who are buying the toys. We can't think of the other people that are not the fans. We don't care about the fans. We just care about the suburban mums that go out, buy the toys for the kids, and they see slave and they're like, oh, that's a bad word. I can't buy that for the kids.
And that was the only argument I ever heard back from that, was that it's the parents buying the toys. And I'm like, I feel like they don't care.
My parents brought like Slave One, and they didn't look at it and go, oh.
People only really start to care until you make it an issue. Like, it was never going to be an issue. If it was ever an issue, it'd be like the smallest voice in the crowd. But they're just going above and beyond for some reason. And they want to look the most sensitive.
It's what's cool right now. And River, I wanted to bring up this comment real quick. What's wrong with that? Can there not be a new generation of Star Wars fans? Absolutely. And I hope there are many new generations of Star Wars fans. To be honest with you, I think I want Star Wars to live forever so that my grandkids can go back and be like, what's the internet, as they're watching stuff in their brain as it's connected to their brain iPod. Holy crap, I just dated myself. But
brain iPod.
Yeah, but the thing is the only thing that we're saying is, especially when it comes to stuff that we love that was established before the new fan base came around, we want stuff treated with respect, and don't paint the
older movies. Don't paint the older movies as like, oh, ignore them. Just ignore them. They're not.
Come up with new shit. Come up with new shit.
They are coming up with new shit.
And leave the old alone.
You have the New Republic. The sequel trilogy definitely put a foot back in when it came to the OT. But look what happened with Mando. I mean, they came up with new shit, and they also dipped their foot back into the OT, but they treated it with respect. And the old fan base, clearly, because the internet absolutely fucking exploded that day,
Mm-hmm.
You know, the old fan base is still very much alive, and they're very much the people that are still the big financial backer for Star Wars. So my only request is that when you touch that stuff, you make sure you keep it in a respectful manner, keep it as the way we remember it. You know, nobody watched Star Wars and was like, oh, this is not diverse and it's extremely offensive in 1977. Nobody watched that. 1980, same thing. 2000, yeah, dude, like, it was just a beautiful universe we could escape to and enjoy. Now, that's something that people want to do nowadays, but there are checklists that you have to make sure these checklists are all checked off before you make a new Star Wars movie. And all of us feel like there was, well, I don't even feel this way about the sequel trilogy.
There was more freedom with, like, in the sense that, and then nowadays they're like, we got to think of health and safety, like health and safety gone mad in the sense that we've got to worry about what is this mentally going to do to kids as they get older with a disembowelment. Like, are they going to go out and murder people now? No. But we want to see real life physics like that in a video game. Like, that's what we play. We want to, and the stormtroopers are only like NPCs at the end of the day. It's like with Free Guy, they. A little bit of a spoiler warning, but they talk about this and they make it like NPCs have feelings, in the film. And I'm like, don't start bringing that up, because there's people out there who will believe that NPCs have feelings.
Everything has feelings now.
Everything has feelings.
God.
Made me choke on my beer. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Wow. Yeah, so I haven't seen that yet. I really want to see that movie, but what an interesting take, right? NPCs have feelings too. Yeah,
and that is that what we're going to soon turn into, like, especially as video games have got so more advanced and they look more like us. So people start going to look at video games and go, "Oh, we used to disembowel stormtroopers. Like, how we can't be doing that now? How do they feel, like, laying there and fading away as they progress through the level?" It's just it's ridiculous that sometimes.
Bro, we love Game America. Are you kidding me? Starkiller's the shit. I love Starkiller. That was one of the first times I think I've ever seen Darth Vader get, like, yeeted, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy's powerful.
For me, that and Clone Wars was what entered me into the EU. Otherwise, it was just the 6 movies behind. So that was my entry point. I got my 360 at the time. Got Force Unleashed. I played more Force Unleashed 2 than I did play Force Unleashed 1, because of Camino and having that Clone Wars, prequel connection to that game. But that was my entry, and I mean, Sam Witwer, I think, is a piece of treasure that Lucasfilm has, to be fair, and a man that's full of knowledge. There's a commentary with him and David Collins talking about the making of Force Unleashed and how, like, the process they went through that, and it's amazing, and it's so much fun.
He is a treasure, and I could definitely see him down the road being another Dave Filoni type. Him studying under and kind of becoming one of those people.
He was on a live stream talking about Ilum while he was playing Fallen Order, and someone brought up about Ilum being Starkiller Base, and he was like, Ilum should not be Starkiller Base unless there's a story behind that. He said that's what Pablo thinks that it should be. Dave Filoni doesn't think that.
The freaking garden.
He said that if Dave doesn't think Ilum should be Starkiller Base, but that is up into your interpretation of how you choose that as canon.
Nikki, did you just call Pablo Hidalgo a garden gnome? Can somebody clip that and tweet it to Pablo Hidalgo? Because that's awesome. I love it.
Don't fucking do that, because I'm not gonna have to fight.
There you go. No, you just blew your shot working at Lucasfilm. Sorry.
Block me, please. That's the problem, though, right? Like, that's why I always say keep legends in legends, because of stuff like this. Like, I think it's a good thing that they're bringing in new fans, but you don't have to, like, revamp what came before. It's already there. Like, just fucking A, bro. Just leave it alone. Shit's so weird.
That's the thing. With that rewrite, apparently the rewrite is going to be still Legends continuity.
Oh, maybe not this. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I have to stop that. I don't know if that message was actually the message that I was thinking it was. But you need to start a channel. You have to start a channel. Seriously, I've been bugging you about this for a hot minute now. Just start it.
Whatever.
Do it.
You were saying you rudely interrupted.
Start a channel. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
No, I was saying like they were saying that the new remake is going to be Legends continuity. Does that mean that it's going to be not rewritten then? Because like we have Revan, and Revan's built. This book is built around KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2.
Right, and that was one of my favorite EU books ever. That is an amazing book. Amazing book.
Yeah.
But they're saying they're modernizing it.
Right, that's the part that scares me.
What the fuck does that mean? This is a freaking old republic.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you modernizing? That makes no sense.
So what does that mean? I would love to hear from Lucasfilm. Okay, what do you mean by modernizing it?
Well, it's are they just modernizing it in the sense of
the story or the graphics?
Gameplay? And I understand, like,
bro.
I was talking to a couple in the Discord.
If this lady is working on this shit, it's for a reason. I feel like it's so. Aside from whatever she said, why would you put someone, I guess, controversial in the game world? Because she's pretty infamous for like that clip of her talking about the GTA thing.
I missed that. What is that?
I mean, I'm gonna try to be as broad as possible, but she was talking about basically getting like assaulted in GTA virtually, and like how people can lock you in place in the game. Dude, I fucking shit you not, bro.
It's back to the NPC. NPCs have feelings.
So they didn't add like a consensual button in Grand Theft Auto? They're like, excuse me.
Who gives a fuck is the point. It's a fucking game. Like, if you don't like it, don't play it. What the fuck? I'm complaining. Miss me with that shit. So why would they put someone like her to do such an important property? They knew people were gonna find out and we're gonna get pissed off. Like, I don't know.
Right. I'm hopeful that it's gonna be good. I'm really hopeful that it's gonna be good. And you know, it always comes down to, yeah, they may put somebody in one spot that we don't like, but you got to realize there are still people at Lucasfilm that really care about the heart of Star Wars and want to make Star Wars happen. You know what I mean?
What I'm worried about is them turning Revan into a female chronologically, because the game had it before. Where in the book it stated that he's a male.
Or you could pick and everything.
Yeah. And because
I don't think they do that, bro. If they did that shit, oh my god, forget it. They would lose even new fans. Some new fans that really love Revan, like, fuck that.
Yeah. Well,
why not make it a choice, right? You remember Assassin's Creed Odyssey? You could be, you know, chick or dude, whatever his name was.
Or you could be like in the Valhalla is Eivor. Choose between a male or female.
Yeah, and they did the same thing in Odyssey. Why not?
I mean, you can do it, and that's part of the game. But it's when it becomes to a point of actual story. And I know there'll be like, if they make it female, and the argument that will get thrown back to us is that, well, in the original game, you could choose what gender you want to be, so it doesn't matter. Like, you don't argue, because they do that with the comic book movies. They like with Falcon being Captain America, they go, oh, it's in the comics, that's fine, they can make him Captain America. No, he's Falcon at the end of the day. Don't change.
Please don't get me started on that.
Yeah. But it's
that's
that
why
mentality.
we're here, Nikki.
That's MCU. Why we're here. MCU is a whole other bag of triggers. I don't want to talk about that right
okay. All right, that's fair.
No, that's fine.
I did title it Star Wars Fight Night. It's Star Wars Fight Night. So
I'm just using it as an example of what the mentality of some people do, which turn back to us on our arguments in the sense of oh man, but Bastila has a child. Oh, but nowadays you can have a child if you're
What is so wrong with just keeping what was is? You know what I mean?
I mean, here's the thing too. When people hear me talk about this shit, like I don't want to be right. Like, I hope this comes out and I'm fucking wrong as hell so I can enjoy it. But I feel like the track record is like, what hope?
It's pretty bad right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, luckily we still have got the original game. So at the end of the day, if anything does go wrong, we've still got that original game to go back to. Okay, yes, it's dated graphics, and you also got Unreal Cinema making the fan film as well. That's going to be very close to the original story. It's not being rewritten. It's just following that, and there's going to be a certain order he does it because of story-wise, and you can't really. Yeah. So at least we've got that. At the end of the day, which is happy. I'm very happy that we've got that option, and thanks to fans. And I think the fans are holding holding Star Wars together, because without the fans, I don't think Disney could hold the fan base
Vito.
as close as
Don't
it is.
say that, please. Melvin is becoming strong with Vito. He's so funny.
Yeah, like if you're gonna replay that, but you're not. If you're not playing as Revan, that'd be kind of weird. Like you run into Revan, and it's like, would you like Revan to be male or female?
Female.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when it comes to story wise, and I think Revan has been. We want Keanu Reeves to come as Revan. I think that's what everyone wants. They just want someone.
No, I do not want Keanu Reeves as Revan. I do not want Keanu Reeves as Revan.
Why not?
No, I don't.
Listen, I love him, but I don't know. Does he have the moves for that?
Dude, so the nice thing is you can put a mask on Revan and he can move however he wants. Same thing with Mando. Like, Pedro Pascal wasn't moving like that in the fight with Moff Gideon, but
that wasn't him though. That was a stunt double.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he was not moving like that. That was his stunt double. That guy's a badass. Yeah, he's killer. But I'm sorry, I haven't been keeping up on chat. What was I going to say? I came up with the perfect character for it the other day, and I couldn't remember his name. There's an actor that I think would be a perfect Revan. I would really, honestly, I think, oh my God, who's Aragorn? Viggo Mortensen, but like 15 years ago. Dude,
there you go. I was waiting for that final part. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, so hot.
I think Kit Harington could play a good Revan as well.
He's too short.
No?
I love him. He's
too short. But I'm thinking of Kit Harington. He played Jon Snow in Game of Thrones.
Oh, that could work. Yeah, you need somebody a little bit more gruff. He does play gruff a little bit, I feel like.
If they don't bring back Star Killer, I feel like Sam Witwer, they're wasting, like, not putting him.
Yeah, but you can't make him Revan, bro.
I was thinking Sam would be coming up in I think Dave's got a role for him in the Mando
somewhere. Yeah.
He's got yeah. I don't think he's getting like put. I feel like Star Killer might come as a clone in the Mandoverse, as a Sith warrior, something like that, as like a bodyguard type character, and use Sam that way.
Who would you have as Malgus?
Well, no, you mean Malik?
Malik, sorry, not Malgus.
I was about to say that's like deep.
Had to give myself a little slap for that one. I apologize.
It's hard because you don't see his jawline, so you can't really judge. You're judging from that much.
Pull up pictures so we can visualize.
I just keep thinking. I'll pull up pictures here. We gotta invite somebody into the stream. My man,
what's up?
And I gotta
Gotta get a hell yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Okay, so I'm gonna figure out casting options for Revan and casting options Malik. I think Malik should be. There's two people I want this guy to play as. So I'm gonna pull this up right here. Let's share my screen. Boom. Darth Bane. 100%. All the way. Darth Bane.
Tom Hardy.
Dude, he would be such a good Darth Bane. Are you kidding me? He would be a killer Darth Bane. And I think he'd make a good Malik too. You know, you cut off part of his face, and then what's that movie when he played as like the two twins that were the evil guys?
It's Legend. It's the Cray twins.
The Cray twins, Legend. The Crays. Like he fits it perfectly, 100%. And then what's the other? What was the actor you said?
I said Kit Harington as Revan.
That's the guy from
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, okay.
He got too soft, bro. You know what he said after he got out of rehab? That he doesn't want to play. He doesn't ever want to play a toxic male ever again. Some shit like that,
bro.
And I'm like, bro, Jon Snow was the softest fucker there. What are you talking about? I'm like, bro, no, keep him away from this crap.
I think that's a good Tom Hardy right here. This is a good Tom Hardy. You know, think about Bane from the Christopher Nolan trilogy. He's totally got that vibe. You know what I mean?
Damn, I ain't got a Pringles can. Oh, sorry. That's the best way to do a Bane voice is talking to a Pringles can.
Is it really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
I was born in the darkness.
I cannot with that
Killer.
Bane. I cannot. I couldn't believe that he actually did that voice. It was so bad for me.
I laughed every time.
You didn't like it?
Listen, I love Tom Hardy, but that and Eddie Brock is just not selling me on him.
Yeah, the Eddie. Yeah. So, yeah, we don't have to talk about Venom, but hey, well, look, what was the option before that?
I'm just trying to think what would suit Malik.
What about not necessarily Malik, but Hugh Jackman in Star Wars?
I don't want to see anybody that's like that well known. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm still trying to think about casting that's going to be, you know, a little less well known at the very best. It wasn't Michael.
Well, for
Fassbender,
TV especially, if you're gonna have a series wise, I feel like you can't have big known actors. Like they don't want a Pedro Pascal situation that they went through with the helmet. That gets too drama fight.
Have somebody who's excited to be on set.
Yeah.
Then again, Hugh Jackman would make a good Revan.
No.
You don't think?
Nope.
100%.
Like, dude, not even that. Just like, I don't like it. I
was just talking about his physical prowess.
I wish somebody could remember, and I don't even really think about Revan as somebody who's like physically super sketchy. I think about that for like Darth Malik for sure, like a sketchy dude. You know what I mean? But for when it comes to Revan, you know, he's a Jedi that's turned over and over, and he's not really not like Darth Bane. He's not a massive presence, but he's just sketchy because of how powerful he is. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure. I'm just not.
No Topher.
Oh my god.
Who's that?
That's Venom in
Venom.
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
It's Topher Grace.
That's Eric Foreman.
Oh, yeah, no. No. What's up, Hawks? How you doing, brother? I wish I could remember. I had someone absolutely perfect for Revan, and I still can't remember his name. This is going to drive me nuts until the end of it. But anyways, Daryl, basically, we're talking about stuff that has pissed us off lately.
Oh, well.
Do you have something for me?
I'm sure I agree with all of you.
Okay.
All right.
It's a fucking echo chamber in here.
Well, the latest thing was what y'all talked about earlier when I was in chat was the writer for KOTOR.
Right. So you missed the TikTok earlier.
Oh, I saw it.
Somebody in the chat was like,
Yeah,
somebody in the chat was like, it's
Cringe.
satire. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not satire.
There's a
because-
message in there. There's
No,
a
they,
fucking
they,
message in there.
they do this
Like,
thing just to drill you into like that. They say they're laughing, but this is like, I'm serious. They're the sort of people that laugh and then go straight to a serious face and no, I'm deadly serious.
Yeah, and so they were like, well, it's satire. And then immediately after that, I pull up another tweet and it's like, but how are people going to know that I'm bi? And then look at my shirt and look at my chai tea latte. Like,
Chai tea.
Stop. I don't know.
Who the hell cares if she's bi? I don't.
No one. Nobody.
But they
gives a
have
damn.
to let you know.
Nobody gives a shite.
It's victimhood. This is all it is. It's just like pushing. Because they haven't got anything to make themselves a victim. They create a victimhood over their sexuality. So they go, oh, because I am bi, you have to like me, no matter what. And that's what they keep screaming at you.
This page literally looks like exactly what a stereotypical. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. What a stereotypical SJW looks like. Literally. It has all the stereotypes in there. It's
No, you
so
shouldn't
cringy.
apologize for that. You're right.
It's so cringy. It's like a template.
I just wish you had a digital lighter to set it on fire.
That's just I see like little tweets like this, which is like, you know, if you're just looking at it, totally 100% makes sense. But then you see a tweet like, God, if you are or were a misogynistic piece of shit at my job, it must suck knowing that emails like this are going out to people like me. And it's a long drawn out
Weird
thing
flex,
about,
but okay.
yeah, weird flex, but okay. But you know what? That would have been me in the office because I would have walked by her and been like, "Oh man, I love your dress today," and then like went to my job.
Shoot. Yeah,
Like, he sexually harassed the shit out of me at my fucking job today, and he needs to fucking go.
Unless
what do you
she
think,
thought
Big
you were
Mouth?
cute.
Fuck you.
If she thinks you're cute, it's all right.
Yeah.
If she's
good
not
looking,
attracted to you,
That'd be okay.
it's
That'd be
harassment.
good. We're good.
Dude, look at me. I've lived with that shit my whole life.
I'm just ugly. That's what it is.
Wow, this is
And
turning
on
into a
that note-
status stream.
Well, that's a decent cork pop.
Hey, real talk. What's up, brother? Glad to have you here, man.
So,
Coffee, my man.
but
The
I,
mustache.
are they going to do
Melvin,
this
what's
with
up,
every
my brother?
project though? But go like with the whole acolyte situation. We're trying to still get over that, and I know a lot of people go, "Well, we haven't heard much about it." We have heard much about it. We've heard what's going on in the writers' room. We know what Leslie has said in interviews. We know what is going on in that realm. It's like when she brought up, "Oh, I've read Ed the Empire." Why are you reading Ed the Empire? Tell me you read the Bane trilogy. Tell me you read Plagueis. Tell me you've read the Revan book. Like, get into the Sith stuff. That's what Acolyte's about. Don't tell me that you've read Ed the Empire. Ed the Empire doesn't touch that sort of stuff.
Nothing.
It's completely different. Completely different.
It's like Lucasfilm has gone, read this, because on the premiere she said, "Oh, I like all Star Wars movies." She hasn't got a favorite. That's not a Star Wars fan to me. That's someone who can't.
Okay, bitch.
think.
What else? Like, it's like.
Yeah.
I had no problem with Leslie Headland. I didn't even know who she was until somebody was like, "Hey, you should hate this person." I'm like, "What? Why, dude? No, like, that's dumb." And then I looked into what she says, and I'm like, "Well,
yeah."
Should I also say something else? How
Yeah.
controversial do you want to get?
Dude,
she used to work for Harvey Weinstein, too.
Yeah.
She knew. She knew.
I don't know.
She's a fucking dirtbag.
I don't know what that is. Like the whole Harvey Weinstein. I don't know what that whole thing is.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of sexual assault happening with Harvey.
Legit.
He was
the casting couch captain.
Yeah.
For like,
and his assistants would bring women for him, basically. And she was one of his assistants. But everybody's complicit. Point is that she's trash, but she's not canceled.
So he did a bunch of casting for movies?
Well, no, he's the one who made most of Tarantino's movies. He owned Miramax.
He's pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a big producer, and he had the casting couch. You want a part in his movie, you got to bend it over.
Oh.
Yeah.
The casting couch
that casting
from Hollywood.
Yeah.
Ew.
And
Yes.
He's rotting in jail now.
And she was his secretary?
Mhm.
No wonder she fucking hates men.
Well, Tarantino came out in Joe Rogan and said everyone that was around his circle knew what was going on. And if she's a personal assistant, she definitely knew what's going on. And I know she came out and said she wrote a play about it. That's what she'd done to get over it. That was how.
This dude's in jail, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no,
He
yeah,
is?
he's in jail. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, for sure.
Yeah.
Good.
I forgot he was.
The point
I just didn't
is,
pay attention
Yeah,
once he was
Nikki, we
arrested.
need to get you some.
I
Posters
still haven't
and
unpacked.
collectibles and stuff.
Let me
dude.
unpack.
Look at what I scored today.
I have some stuff I can send you.
Oh, that's
That's
beautiful.
sick, dude.
Beautiful.
The Hong Kong Star Wars poster from '77. Scored it for $10.
No way.
Yeah.
And then
That's
Heart of
sick,
Jedi.
man.
Just
I went
behind you
to
That's cool.
it's called Game Exchange, and I went there to get a movie, and I saw somebody had gone to a garage sale, and I shit you not, had the original Star Wars Empire Return of the Jedi coloring books, storybooks with the record, came with a vinyl record to read along the story.
That's sick.
And they were all like 25 cents labeled. And I was like, and this son of a bitch sold them to the video exchange place. I'm like, so I told him, I said, here's my number.
You got
When
some
they go on
stuff for me,
sale,
right?
you call me. You damn right I do. You're the first person I thought of when I saw it.
Yeah, of course. You're like, oh, what?
I was like, oh,
Uber
dude,
nerd
I'm
would
going to make
love
people
this.
cry for Christmas.
Oh, God. You know what's funny? I spent more money today on the Friday night sale for Order 66 toys than the entirety of the Hasbro Pulse release that they put yesterday. Actually, double. I spent double on one Friday sale from a small company that sells Star Wars toys in Texas than the entirety of Hasbro Pulse.
what did you even order?
God
Like,
almighty.
why?
I got the Rocket Trooper, the Battlefront Rocket Trooper, because that was sick. And then I got the Ray Saber.
Shut the fuck, bro! I almost fell for it again. Oh my god!
I got
don't make me poke you with a stick.
No, and then I got the four trooper pack because that's killer. $40. I mean, that's $3 off each figure. So I was like, yeah, I'm down with that. And one of them comes with a pauldron, so I'm down with that.
Nice.
And then I also got the number 200 Palpatine, which is awesome, Palpatine, and the Bib Fortuna with the new face sculpt because that's sick. Looks really good. So that's what I spent my money on. I didn't touch anything else. I didn't buy the Skittles Troopers. I don't like those things. I didn't buy any of the credit collection. That stuff just drives me absolutely nuts.
What do you do with the credits?
What's that?
What do you do with the credits? What do you do as a kid and with the credits? Do they just sit in a drawer?
You bring them to the store. You're like, hey.
Hey, can I?
And then Watto goes, we don't take credits here.
I need something more real.
I don't get how you can fuck up merchandise too. That's another thing, like especially with Star Wars. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but they're so good at it. It's almost like they're professional at like fucking up merchandise.
Well, I'll tell you what, back in the late 70s, early 80s, Kenner, it was difficult to keep things in pristine condition because in order to get Boba Fett, you had to mail off proofs of purchase. So you had to cut your card backs up.
Yeah.
And send the proof of purchase in. You couldn't send the whole card back. You had to just cut that off and send that in to get Boba Fett.
Yeah. And if you saw, I mean, I still feel like they did it great. You know, we were having a discussion last night about Hasbro and Star Wars and collectibles and stuff like that, and how there should be a subscription service where you can pay $40 a month and they're going to send you 3 figures or whatever it was.
Dude, I'm
and
down.
The argument was like, no, they're not going to do that. They don't care about it. But I think that's 100% a thing. Look at what happened in 1976 or 77 before the movie came out. They literally mailed you a coupon and they're like, hey, when you put this back, like when you mail it to us, then you'll get your figures. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, if everybody's leaning to a subscription service like through digital, like for movies and stuff, and if shops are like becoming limited, I feel like that's something that companies will start doing anyway. Overall, it's like they rather have a income, like a certain amount of money coming in each month, knowing that you will pay each month. Yeah,
but they can't come out with shit.
Dude, Nikki, can I just say something real quick? This motherfucker would never say hi to me except for you. The only reason is because you're right now.
Oh my
Ryan
God,
Kennel, how you doing, brother?
ass.
I'm glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, they just,
Great
I mean, honestly, like the fact. And I know that we have PulseCon coming up, and I'm being impatient, but just like the last one that they put out, it just...
What are you expecting? What exactly do you want at this point from them?
Prequel shit.
I just want a new Boba Fett helmet, because I feel like 4 repaints isn't enough.
4 repaints is not enough. Like, we need a 5th one. The 5th one's going to come out, and it's going to be all white with pink on the visor, and it's going to be like Omega's prototype armor.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. No one's going to buy that shit. Let me not say no one, but, you know, not a lot of people are going to buy that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying, bro, but she just does not fucking go away. Everything I do. Everything I do. Anyway, so yeah, that was the other thing I was kind of bummed about. We didn't get any Black Series helmets, and I know they're not going to release that in like a Fan First Wednesday. You know what I mean? Like, who's watching that?
What if they release a Revan thing? They're going to start releasing Revan
Just
merch.
real quick, X-Wing, I just want to say something to Ryan. You can sub to me too.
Nice, man.
No, well,
we love shameless self-promotion here, man.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
What's up, Paul? How you doing, brother? Good to see you here, man. But anywho, so we're pissed off about toys. We're pissed off about games. Moving forward. Else? Yeah, I want to talk about actually some kind of big. Star Wars Meg had my back on this today. I was watching Star Wars Santa's live stream, and you know the two of them they're homies. I said something in April of this year. I think I made a TikTok. About a Ming-Na Wen interview, and it just like fucking blew up on TikTok. It went way big, and everybody in the comments was like, "Fuck you! You're wrong. You're not saying the right. So, like, stop spreading misinformation. You're terrible at what you do." And then today it got validated by Star Wars Meg. Mace Windu lives.
Dude,
now, I know
what have I been saying? What have I been saying?
Everybody's shocked.
Somebody in the bottom right corner fucking hates it every single time I bring it up. You don't even want to see that guy. Why? Why? Why don't you want to see him? Look, I get it where you don't want to see people who died come back. But dude, George Lucas himself was like,
oh my God, this argument again.
He didn't die. Go on.
You really think that at the time that George Lucas wrote Revenge of the Sith, he wasn't intending on killing every single fucking Jedi to make it that much worse? I don't know. Like I said, it's not that I don't want to see Mace. I just feel like there's no excuse in the fucking world that would convince me that he fucking, I don't know, stayed alive and then stayed alive for that long and didn't do jack shit. Get the fuck out of here.
So the hard part is the end of that, right? Like, what has he been doing this whole time, and why hasn't he been around? The hard part is not did he survive, because a Jedi would do that 100%. I mean, look, thanks to Disney, we know that if you get literally tossed down a reactor shaft, like, you're good to go. No problem.
It's just fucking money. It's just all they want is like, oh, we'll bring this character back just to sell figures. We'll just sell toys because we'll know that people will just come along because it's a black character. We'll stick him in. It will make money. That's all they are. That's all it is.
I didn't even think about terminology, like that, dude.
Well, it's also Samuel L. Jackson. He's fucking, I don't know. I mean, he couldn't even fight back then, let alone what the hell's he gonna do now? But
well, he's like one of the best Jedi out there.
I mean, I love Samuel Jackson, but that is what it is. It's like we have to bring every character back just to sell the show. Boba can sell the show on his own. It's a Boba Fett show. It isn't a Mace Windu show. Can just Disney getting that into their heads? They don't have to bring back this Jedi just to get people just excited.
Dude, I almost cried when I saw Boba.
It just fits for Boba, right? It fits for the story. It fits for his arc. That's his final. This final
fucking
fight.
Dude got digested, and he's still surviving. That's just wild, bro. Nowhere else but Star Wars, honestly. Like, I don't know.
If Palpatine can come back. If Palpatine can come back.
Please, the more you use that as an excuse, the worse it just sounds. Like, honestly, it just sounds worse.
Because he got cut in half. Oh.
That's a better example. Mace Windu got cut fucking in half, and we didn't even see him with the colostomy bag. So you explain to me how the hell it's totally fine for Maul to come back with no colostomy bag and be good to go, but Mace is like a stretch?
Well, I feel like
Mace is a human.
Yeah, but Mace's character is like the whole point of Anakin's like arc of when he cuts off Mace Windu's hand. That is to show that he is fully turned. By bringing Mace back, that devalues that whole point of him killing Mace and allowing the Emperor to take over.
He didn't need
to kill Mace. He just needed to divert Mace.
Him surviving doesn't change his decision. How does that devalue his decision?
Anakin's arc.
No, that part. I mean, it devalues. It doesn't change the decision. It just devalues that whole scene between Anakin, Palpatine, and Mace. When he cuts off the hand, Palpatine force lightnings him, and he flies out the window. And that is supposed to show the fall of the Jedi Order from that point on, and the fall of Anakin Skywalker.
That's the first scene I want to see in Book of Boba Fett is Mace Windu falling through the levels of Coruscant with his hand cut off, going, "This motherfucker, fucking motherfucker," and then just like lands in a taxi like Fifth Element, and just hits the back seat, and he's like, "Take me to level 1313," and bam.
And then what?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's all I give a shit about. It'd be 30 seconds, and I'd be good to go.
I'm less worried about I'm less worried about how he actually survived the fall versus why he hasn't done anything.
That's what I'm saying. The back half is the hard part. Where has this guy been for all these years doing absolutely nothing? Or is it some lame ass excuse like he's been walking around, like killing drug dealers like Batman in level 1313 for God knows how many years?
He could be pulling a Doctor Strange, knowing that to do nothing will inevitably lead to him winning.
No,
like Doctor Strange giving up the Time Stone, knowing that eventually Iron Man was
Nikki invested. She's fucking scrolling Facebook right now. She's like, I don't care about this.
Because I've already said 1,000,000 times, I don't buy it. If they can convince me somehow that he was gone on a mission, on a very important mission. I don't know.
20 odd years.
Well,
Like 28
do you know?
years gone.
Well, you could say the same for Ahsoka. Where was she?
Where was she? Well, she was studying on Malachor. We don't even know how she got off Malachor. She didn't have a shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the book had some stuff to it, but there is a big gap in there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless it's, well, yeah, I guess he's alive. Because I was going to say maybe it takes place in some weird flashback. But if
Yo,
he's
Justin,
alive,
get out of here. You're too negative, bro. Get out of here.
Leave him alone.
Leave.
Leave Justin alone.
You're too negative, bro.
I got you, Justin.
What do
you want to hear a
You're a
theory
grumpy
I have?
motherfucker. Huh?
You want to hear a theory I have about KOTOR?
I do want to hear a
Yeah,
theory.
go for it.
Oh, it's going to piss you off because it keeps me pissed.
Oh, Jesus.
This chick who is writing KOTOR will open the door for the High Republic to gain strength because they'll make it around the same timeline.
Boo.
It's not, though, isn't it?
I know it's not. I know it's not, but they're going to make it that way so they
What
can push
timeline
this
is
shit.
the High Republic? Do we know how many
like
years
200
before
years,
episode
I
1?
think.
200 years before episode 1, and then
Okay, KOTOR's like
4,000.
KOTOR's like what, 4,000.
yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
4,000 years.
But it's
There's
their
no
it's their
connection
property
there.
now. They can change it to whatever they want because they said they were going to modernize it.
What?
Yeah.
I don't care who. That's like the guy almost died on the Titanic, but wound up dying in the terrorist attacks in the September 11th. Like, what? That makes no sense.
But like I said,
Right.
it's their IP
I'm just gonna
now.
put
They
it
can
out there
change
right
it to
now.
whatever they
Yeah,
want.
no, it's totally wrong. I think that's somebody be. I don't think that's gonna. I will nail $1 to my wall like Star Wars Obsession. That is not a thing that's gonna happen. There's no way. There's no way.
It's a theory. I don't believe it's going to happen, but it's just a theory.
Yeah.
I think they're
just
going to
talking
announce
about
that this
it.
is canon. Once the game comes out, they're going to announce that it's canon or something. It
That
is what it
just
is.
seems like that seems crazy. Henry, Fate, what's going on? First time seeing you here. Glad to have you. Yeah, I don't believe that. Oh God.
Oh my God, we're getting into conspiracy. We need a fucking whiteboard with strings everywhere right now.
I would be happy to buy, dude. I would be happy to buy a whiteboard and then a bunch of red yarn, and then just put everybody's like whack ass theories on the outside of it, and then it all leads back to just like Rey, right in the middle of the
Oh my God.
right
But
to
you
Rey.
gotta
All fucking, but it's true. All roads lead to Rey, bro.
Well,
That's kind of where we're at, man. My question would be, because I have to go grab a beer. I'm sorry. What is there anything that can happen between now and that eventuality, right? Is there anything they can do to make it work?
No, that's what Ryan just said right now sums it up perfectly. There's like nothing. I don't understand what they're doing. But
Could we be mishearing that though? And like they're just gonna modernize it when they're talking about like gameplay, combat. They're talking about graphics and stuff like that.
It's a story.
A modern retelling.
I didn't see the actual quote. So like, what's the quote?
I think it's a modern retelling. Is a quote.
Modern
like for the modern day or modern audience or something like that.
Okay, if it's retelling, in that sense, that can be screwed as different gameplay style. But I do get where it's coming from in the sense of script-wise. I mean, they are going to change the script, no matter, because if they're going to change gameplay, they've got to change the script to adapt to that gameplay.
Good job, bro.
But all I don't want is them to completely twist it and just mold it into their own shape. Like the KOTOR story is perfect. That script's been written for over 18 years now.
That's why it was successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why people play it now.
Right.
And they just want to, I mean, with Disney, they just want to go in and just do the little tinkering and go, oh, yeah, we got to make sure we do this, this, and this to make it happy for today's audience.
Dude, I really hope that's not true. If they're not contacting Drew, because I can never pronounce his last name, Carpathian. If they're not talking to him, that's a very bad idea.
They brought back some of the voice actors, though, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I don't know. That kind of sketches me out. Okay, I got to go do this thing. I'll leave you with one thing. That Ray Saber was sick, though, right?
Fuck off. Go
Did
get
you
your
guys
beer.
see that
Fuck
Ray
off.
Saber?
Go
That
get
shit was
your beer.
sick.
Fuck off.
Well, what I got to say to that is,
I don't know. I hope that I want to be wrong. That's the thing. Like, I don't say these things because I'm like, I want to be fucking right.
We want to love all this stuff, but we've got a corporation that's so into identity politics, it just can't let it go of itself upon that. It's just, I've got to tick this box. I have to tick this box. I have to tick this box. If we don't have these boxes ticked, then it's a failure in our eyes. We can't get that check mark on Twitter. We can't get the next job because we haven't filled. I mean, even Joe Rogan talks about this. Like, you've got the whole state of California, and how they talk to each other is that they have to all be the same to get the next job role. And it's about what achievements have you got to get yourself into the next job. And that's all these execs are worried about. They're not worried about what stories for the fans. They're just like, what will get me to get a pay rise and get me to that next job?
Well, it goes beyond that too. It's just laziness. Everything's a fucking reboot or a sequel or something, or a remake or an adaptation. So it's like, I feel like they don't know what else to give fans right now. So they're just like, take this fucking game.
I mean, like, even I say to people that I preferred Clone Wars Season 7 finale than Mando Season 2 last year, because I found Clone Wars' story was more in depth and actually had a proper connection, where with Mando it was so linear and it was just like a pop-up of favorite characters of all-time hits. It wasn't like a Star Wars story. What we go for that grit. That's why I love Knights of the Old Republic 2, because it has that grit with Kreia and the whole mythology behind it, and there's deepness, and you can just eat and chew it and fall in love with it. Where nowadays they're just writing this basic, like, shallow level, like, you've got your armbands, but the water only comes up to your legs. They're not
wrong. You're not wrong.
They don't want you to go into the deep end. They're scared that you're going to drown. They don't
has
trust their
anybody
audiences.
read the High Republic yet?
Well, you know, I've
on that note, I'll be right back.
She gotta go get a drink now.
She heard a click clack. She's like, damn, I gotta go. So I haven't read it yet. I'm going to read the first book. But more or less, you know, I've had the chance to talk to Meg about what's going on in the High Republic, and she's clearly a fan, has good opinions left and right about certain things. She basically said I went halfway through and I quit. I talked to Santa. I talked to Santa, and he was like, look, there are a bunch of books in here that you may not like. And I'm paraphrasing right now. I don't want to quote him on anything, but I want to try it just to be able to be like, you know what? Everybody was right. Everybody was right. And that sucks, because I think there are a lot of people out there that are craving new Star Wars content, but it seems iffy to me. It seems iffy. Everything I hear and everything I read about it just seems iffy. And is that just the culture that we are now as older Star Wars fans, that we just immediately create something in a negative light, regardless of what it is?
I think so. Ever since the sequels and what's happened with Disney Star Wars, we go with a hesitation before we touched it. And I think with the High Republic, what they done wrong was put a whiteboard up that says diversity and dinosaurs. And people looked at that and went, what the hell is going on with this series? Like, you're talking about, that is the most important thing, is diversity has to be the main thing in the books.
And there was a shot of a whiteboard at Lucasfilm where diversity was number 1, and then it was like storytelling was number 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what worries people. It's like they've shown their true colors, in the sense of, this is what our main goal is with this series. It isn't just to produce good Star Wars stories. It's like, is it Galleon Rex? And I think Echo Base brought up that if you spell it backwards, it's a name of a gay pope. I believe they brought that up a little while ago.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, God, who was it?
It was Coach that brought it up.
Something or something like that.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, there's like an acronym.
So, like, why do you care about that, though? Like, if that's the thing they put in, here you go. There's Ryan.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So
the person's name was Iseg Ziol?
Leox
Yeah,
Giassi or something shit like that.
Or was that the right way to spell it, or was that the reverse
That's how they spelled it.
one? Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
anagram.
I don't know, dude.
It's
I
an
don't like.
anagram.
I don't give.
No.
I
That goes
I
into
don't.
deep. That goes into
I don't.
deep.
I honestly, I don't give a shit about stuff like that. I just want to see good Star Wars stories told, and they're not being told apparently in the books, which is just heartbreaking compared to what we've had. Right?
Well, they've had like
Agreed.
James Luceno write Star Wars books, and they're my favorite out of the canon books. Like Catalyst was a great prequel book to Rogue One, and explains like the whole relationship between Galen and Krennic, and really dives into deep stuff like that.
Wait, what are we talking about now?
They were the High Republic.
Okay.
I mean, who doesn't like a good rock? So, funny story to tell you guys really quick. After I heard about Geode, now, like I said, I didn't read the High Republic. I at least have to read it so that I can speak with an educated point of view. But as soon as I heard about Geode, and everybody freaked out about Geode, the first thing I did is I was at a job site, and I walked out and I found a garden bed, and I picked up one of the rocks, and I took a picture of the rock, and I posted it on every collecting site that I'm a part of. And I said, Geode, first edition, $12,500, no card back, please buy. Nobody bought it.
You just wasted our time with a story that had no happy ending.
I know. I wish I would have gotten that 12.5. I didn't get it though.
Like, I mean, come on, not even a rub and tug? Jeez.
Sorry. That came later.
Oh, well.
Interesting. I tried.
Is that how far book? Like with a character is just to make him a rock? Is that how far people's imagination can go?
Well,
so
considering...
that wasn't Leslie. That was... Oh, who was that?
Claudia Gray wrote the character.
Claudia Gray, yeah. And she's like,
Yeah.
I was in my apartment with my husband. And he's like, you should make it a rock. And she's like, oh my God, it's such a good idea. Like,
Oh my
what
God.
fucking relationship are you in where that's like, you guys are so creative. Oh,
I just think of SpongeBob. It's a rock. That's all that comes to mind.
But people defend
the pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
I don't think that's very funny, SpongeBob.
Called the Voyager. Oh my God.
But the thing is, people
That's
defend
our
it,
fucking story group. That's our story group.
My favorite color is 7.
They gave her credit for Master and Apprentice. I didn't think that. I mean, I still haven't finished it.
No, that book was way too good. That book was way too good.
Really? I don't know why.
God.
I can't get into it.
So I would recommend 100% doing the audiobook version.
Yes, that's what I have. Mark Thompson is the GOAT.
And you don't like it?
I guess I haven't finished it yet, but that to me says a lot because typically, like, I finish Star Wars audiobooks like.
Yeah, for sure,
quick.
for sure. I totally respect that. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and keep talking about the stuff.
Put me back on the other side. Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're comfortable over here, right?
Yes, it's
There
my
you
corner.
go. Okay, all right. What?
That's what I was saying. Oh my God, you sound exactly like Lola from Big Mouth. That shit is so funny. It's an adult cartoon on Netflix. And it's pretty
is
pervy.
that the one that Nick Kroll voices?
Yes, there you go.
Nick Kroll is like hands down my favorite guy in the world. So that's
you
a
don't
compliment.
say.
Thank you so much.
Jesus Christ.
Because yes. Anyway, Mark Thompson is awesome. He's the GOAT.
Dude, I want to meet him so bad.
Dude, he's given me like some of my best Star Wars experiences throughout my life. I love that.
Have you heard A New Dawn?
No.
Oh my God. That's one of my favorite canon books. It was like the first canon book they did when Disney bought it. It's like a prequel to Rebels with Kanan and Hera.
Oh,
and Mark Thompson, he does such a good Count Vidian. That's the name of the protagonist. Oh my God. I fucking love him. He's gonna be a voice in Visions too. I'm excited for him.
No way. All right.
Nice.
I'm like,
that's it. Go ahead.
They need to utilize him. They never do. I'm like, dude, you're sitting on a gold mine here. Like, put him in.
That guy's like, dude, yeah, he can do everybody. But that's a good Golgo's about to leave. I was about to say that's a good conversation topic. Visions. What are you guys thinking?
I'm cautiously optimistic. Is this not Disney? Basically, like
I'm not an anime
Nick doesn't
guy.
like it.
I'm not an anime fan. It's not something that I've.
Me either, but that trailer was fucking lit. Like,
I mean, Umbrella lightsaber to me just looked a bit. I mean, I'll watch it, but
he's like, "No, I'll hang out for a minute."
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a cool aspect to go into a new culture as such with a new approach into the Star Wars universe with Visions, but I really don't think certain things will translate very well. Especially like the Mos Espa scene with the beat bop rock. It just
the
didn't feel
classic.
Yeah.
It
just didn't look right.
Luckily, they're all different, right? So
yeah,
I feel like at least some have to be promising.
Well, I look at anime as its own genre. I don't look at it as it under a certain subject as such. Like when I watched the trailer, I just felt like I was watching a Japanese anime. I didn't feel like it was Star Wars anime. It just felt like normal samurai with lightsabers.
That's fair, bro. Yeah, I get that 100%.
Yeah, and I just think
that's exactly what the fuck it's gonna be.
You didn't like the Mary Poppins weapon? Bro,
no. That's not a weapon. How would you use it? How do you use it? Like, if that was a real weapon, it's like
the Inquisitor saber on crack.
Yeah, that's my girl. I was like, bro.
Fucking hate that shit. Oh my god, that shit was such an abomination. What a joke.
What, fly away? You know, it's the only way.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Fucking with a fucking spinny saber.
Totally did the what's his name? Not Bendu, Windu, Yondu.
Yeah, there you go. Nailed it.
Yondu.
Michael Rooker.
But I think what they're doing though with Visions is like, because Star Wars is inspired by Japanese culture, we have to go and reverse engineer Star Wars and make things of that. So, well, it's going right. We've got to go. It's having, as I said, with that whole samurai. It doesn't feel like a Star Wars project. It just feels like a Japanese anime. It's like we're stripping Star Wars to its bare bones in the sense, it was inspired by Seven Samurai, so we're going to have to go and do.
I feel like that's such a narrow scope on Star Wars, dude. Because I've heard George Lucas talk about, going all the way back to like Mesopotamian.
And Kurosawa, he was also inspired by a bunch of these things.
But that's such a narrow aspect of what George was trying to say.
But we're talking
Iliad
about
and the Odyssey. We're talking about Hercules. Like really old stories that he drew inspiration from. And he always brings up anthropology. And when like some of the first stuff that you learn in anthropology are the old Greek stories, the Mesopotamian stories, and stuff like that. What?
Like Carl's Jr. Swear to God, he always kills me.
Dude, I got so pissed off when he subbed to me because I thought it was the actual Cars Jr. And I'm like, damn, I'm gonna get free burgers for life.
Robot chicken is awesome.
If Dengar doesn't show up in Book of Boba with a toilet starship, I'm gonna be really upset.
Dude, he's pipeline for the vintage collection, so you know you're gonna get him.
I wanted to be in his toilet starship that he was in Robot Chicken. It's just that skit is hilarious. He's chasing Slave One.
Are we gonna hear the words fire spray?
I do.
Like
yeah.
Oh, we can talk about that if you want to.
No, I'm saying, are we gonna hear it in Book of Boba, or do you think they'll just never?
Fuck no, no way. There's absolutely no way that they're gonna put that into any sort of live action. It's not gonna happen. The best thing they can do, and what they're going to do, is skirt it like I don't know an analogy for it, but skirt it like a skirt. I don't know. It's not
like
a
car fishtailing around the corner. Skirt.
Yeah, skirt. Yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be like the name of the model, not the name of the ship? Is that right?
Yeah, it's a fire spray patrol ship.
The fuck?
Yeah.
One of 6, wasn't it?
That sounds whack as hell. It sounds like the Prius of starships.
That's why I always say when people are like fire spray, I'm like, look, here's my car, Honda. Like, it's just fucking retarded. Excuse my French, but it's just stupid. Like,
it's the Prius of fucking starships. I'm telling you, they're just. Yeah. How are you gonna turn the Slave One into that shit? That's just.
It has a name because it's a legendary ship. Like the Millennium Falcon has a name. Slave One has a name. because it's a ship that's well known in the universe. You know what I mean? As soon as you take it away and just call it a Prius, you take away all the gravitas that ship has.
You just cut his balls off. Literally, like, you don't do that.
But does Disney care that much into, like, really that worried about it?
Would you know, my guy? My goodness. Are you okay?
This chat, I fucking love this chat.
Oh,
this
the camera roll.
It's been so good the whole time.
1976 camera roll. Woo-wee.
Anywho. So that's pretty much everything that's pissed me off lately. I feel like I've gotten a lot off my chest. Still,
is there anything you're looking forward to though, X-Wing?
Oh my god, I have
really,
so much I'm looking forward to. So much I'm looking forward to. Kenobi, I think, is going to be absolutely amazing. It's confirmed now, Mace Windu for Book of Boba Fett. So I'm fucking pumped on that.
Somehow Mace Windu returned.
Really stoked for that. I'm pumped for Andor. I think Andor is going to be awesome. I know a lot of people are saying it's going to be shit. I don't buy into that. I think
at worst, I think it was just going to be mediocre. Like, I didn't think it would be trash. I just thought it was going to be whatever.
I think it's going to be so good.
Out of all the Disney characters that they have made, they've picked a character that has died to make a series of. They didn't choose anyone from the sequels. They didn't choose anyone from Solo. They just went, we'll choose Cassian because Rogue One is the most favored out of the whole bunch of movies we've made.
So here's why I'm excited for Andor, and this is so important, is like, I could give a fuck about Cassian Andor. I don't care about Cassian Andor. I really don't give a shit. The time that he was alive and the stuff that was going on while he was a prominent spy for the rebellion is extremely important.
That's where I have a rebuttal.
Okay. Rebut in.
I know it's two different shows, but that was the main reason I thought Bad Batch was going to be incredible because of the time that it takes place in. It's like
we're going to talk about Bad Batch here.
Exactly my point, because it takes place post Order 66. So I'm like, oh, it's going to be so fucking cool seeing the Empire, and it's the animation, it can't miss. And then I'm just like so freaking triggered at the finale. I'm like, I can't believe this shit. So I thought that would be a good idea for Andor.
The episode before that was the shit, right?
I didn't really found. I just like
it wasn't the finale, bro. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. Like my friend Felicity says.
I found it like they needed a death at the end. One the character, like Crosshair.
That's what I kept saying.
Somebody has a show is like giving Black Widow's show after she died. Oh wait.
It's a movie.
It's like AZ. I don't know why they didn't kill AZ off. Like Omega.
Oh, that shit got me sad. It's the only thing I cared about.
He's so important, bro. He's just so important.
But I was just like with AZ, just let him get Omega out, let Crosshair save Omega, but not just let AZ die because that was the emotional beat.
At least that was somebody that was like important to the inhibitor chip clone arc, right?
And also we had an emotional attachment.
She's technically older than all of them too. Like she comes in here. I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna start.
Go on.
Okay, look, she didn't piss me off.
The voice.
Omega, no way, man. she didn't piss me off, but it's just like she comes in here. She's fucking older than all of them. She's the sister of Boba. She's fucking immediately like apt at everything. Like I'm not trying to sound like a hater here, but it's just like, who are you? And where the fuck have you been,
dude? Like, it's Rey 2.0.
God.
It's the annoying thing about Omega is that she wanted to save everybody, and the team went, "Yeah, we need to save everybody." It was no rebuttal to that argument, and it's like, unfortunately, there is good and bad people. Not everyone has kindness in their hearts. There is people out there who are there to do mean things. Like, are they going to like forgive Maul? Like, is she going to go up and go, "Oh, we actually should let Maul's a good guy"? No, he's not. He's a evil Sith Lord. You don't care. Right. You don't care about you.
That's what I'm scared of right there.
Can my mods just fucking block this guy? Like immediately, like fuck this. What the fuck?
You can't handle the truth.
Ryan, I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Yeah. I'm not, dude. They're not. No.
They can't do that. They'll just put Timur in a wig and call it a fucking day. You know?
I mean, I love it, but to be honest, if that shit happened, like you talk about the resurrection at the White House, Lucasfilm would have a fucking problem because there would be pitchforks and torches just like breaking down the door.
I feel like a Django show would be more interesting, to be honest with you.
It'd be like the opening scenes in Baghdad where they pull down the statue of just they're all throwing slippers at Yoda. It's just like yeah. No, not gonna happen.
No.
What about Luke? You think we're gonna see him again in Book of Boba? That's the heavily implied rumor.
So there's a lot of talk about does anybody know the Bounty Hunter War arc?
Is that what's been written in the comics now, or
yeah?
older?
So it was a comic.
Then I don't know shit.
So I haven't. So I'm not a comic guy. Unsubscribe. But
dude, I ain't either.
I haven't gone through the comics yet. But there is a War of the Bounty Hunters where we see Bosk and Dengar and all these guys, and they're fighting over Han Solo and Carbonite. What a great way to have all these characters come back in, other than them fighting over Han Solo and Carbonite. You don't have to cast Han. You can take the sculpt and just have Han Solo and Carbonite the whole time, and then have all these characters come in and be trying to kill Boba, and then towards the end of the series, he goes into his hit list, and he's like, you tried to take him from me, and then he comes back and he fucking murders them.
Well, in the comic, if you Kira's in the comic as well. Emily Clark's character. That was the surprise.
So apparently she's not going to come back.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know this firsthand, but apparently there's some scheduling issues where it literally doesn't make sense that she could ever come back for the shoot.
She's too busy writing a comic book about women getting superpowers on their fucking periods. I'm not even shitting you. So
I saw that.
Keep that shit away from here.
I was like,
Ryan keeps us up to date
fucking
with all this
kidding
sort of stuff. Without Ryan Cannell, we wouldn't be here with all this information.
Whatever. I didn't learn from him. I saw it. So I don't know. I'm sure that they're gonna end up adapting shit from the comics, but I don't know. Boba at this point, he was only cool until recently for me, because to me, before this, it's like nobody even fucking knew about him. And like the only other canon shit we have is him being a whiny kid in the fucking Clone Wars. So
dude, Boba's always been the shit.
Tell me why. Give me 5 reasons.
5 reasons.
Yes,
so
before Clone Wars.
Do we have to go like canon, or because he's a badass?
Legend.
That's cheating. I don't know. Because there's a lot of people that didn't get into Legends and fucking think that Boba is like some god tier status character.
Well, number one, like son of Jango Fett, one of the baddest motherfuckers in the galaxy, and we know he's been a bad motherfucker for a long time. 2, coolest ship in the galaxy. Always had the coolest ship in the galaxy. 3, cool as fuck. Like a breeze. When some shit pops off, he just picks up his gun and he's like, I'm gonna kill somebody. And then like, nah, chill out. All right, come on. 4, look at his armor. I mean, come on. How iconic is his armor? Everybody loves Boba Fett. Who doesn't love Boba Fett? 5, he died like a bitch. That's the one thing I hate more than anything. He died like a bitch in that movie.
Because he was not meant to be a freaking like iconic character. He wasn't at the time of
I guess I'd make 5 his rifle.
Not his knee rockets.
No, everybody loves the knee rockets. I'm not that big on the knee rockets. I really do like the rifle though, because it's the same one that we got in the cartoon way in the beginning, and then we get it with Mando when we actually see it in action when he's blasting those Jawas, and the Jawas are just like, you're like, oh, did you notice that thing is sick? Actually, we actually saw it first in the ice scene when he's trying to fight off that creature. I don't remember the name of the creature.
Yeah, it's like,
but when he shocks the creature, yeah.
That ice planet one in Mando season 2 as well. It's the same ice planet.
Oh, is it?
Where the spiders are.
Same planet?
Planet. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, good to know.
Did you notice though that the gun in Mando that Boba was carrying was the same gun that Luke had in A New Hope when he went and found R2, and when 3PO went and found R2.
Wait, say that again.
The gun that Boba Fett had in Mando Season 2 was the same one that Luke had in A New Hope.
In what episode?
A New Hope.
What part? No, I'm saying like
when him and 3PO went to found R. Oh, the long rifle gun.
Oh, that's the Tusken rifle. That's a Tusken rifle, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
It's the same one that Luke had in A New Hope.
On the back of it.
No, it was just a rifle, but it had the real wide butt.
The Tuskens use it.
If you watch A New Hope and then watch Mando Season 2 with Boba, it's the same one.
Nice. Are you going to 3D print me one?
As soon as I get it fixed.
Are you going to put hardener on it? Because the last one...
like I told you, I'm going to reprint your Django blasters, and I'll put the ultraviolet hardener on it this time.
That was my bad.
Just don't leave it out in the sun.
Nikki, I was working on this print, and I got it like halfway to the point where I was getting ready to put paint on it. I had to sand it a little more, and I stuck it out in the sun, and the barrel went... what am I gonna do with this? Looked like somebody was watching I already forgot his name. Weinstein recording tapes.
It all comes back to him.
The Polynesian spy.
Oh damn.
Everybody keeps talking about Daniel Logan coming back. And how
that poor kid just wants to fucking come in, bro. He's just always on Twitter begging for scribes. Just let him in.
Logan?
How old is Daniel? How old is Daniel?
He's around my age. He has to be in his early 30s.
I think I was like 10 when he was. Yeah, he's about our age, somewhere around here. Yeah.
Well, what role would he suit though? He can't come back as young Boba unless they want a Tobey Maguire situation with a 30-year-old playing a teenager.
Yeah, he'll probably be in a cantina somewhere or something like that, or be another Mandalorian or something like that. By the way, I know you had a sister, but I'm also your cousin. Bango bet.
Bro, we're gonna put a wig on him.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
This one kind of broke, and I had to re-glue it, but. Django's blaster.
It's a good print. It's a good print. They're decent, pretty rough. Some of the stuff that's played is pretty rough, but I'm looking forward to getting one.
You can definitely pistol whip somebody with this thing.
Dude, they're pretty heavy. Yeah, I like it. There's some meat to it, which is nice, because some of the 3D prints I work on, you sand it too much and it punches through the fucking thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've been going for an hour and a half. Is there anything anybody needs to get off their chest before we peace out?
No. I don't think so.
No? Nothing? Daryl? Nikki?
I'm chilling.
Nikki is
chilling. I'm good. Yes.
She's good. Okay. Nick, what do you got? Nothing?
No, nothing. I think you've exhausted me. You've challenged me. You've done what you needed to do.
I just got shameless plugs is all I got.
And shameless plugs. We will end with the shameless butt plugs for Daryl the Derelict. What do you got?
Over on the VacTube tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, this guy is going to join us for a stream on Harry Potter.
Ooh.
What's that?
What's your
shit? I forgot.
Yeah, what's that?
It's that dude Voldemort that Nick says was from the EU and Star Wars.
What did he say in the stream one day? He's like, Voldemort, is that the guy that like challenged Luke or something? And everybody's like, what the
like, is that an EU character? Dude, I fell out of my chair when I was watching that. It was great.
I was dying laughing.
Yeah,
okay.
We don't just talk Star Wars over there. We talk all kinds of sci-fi and fantasy and stuff. So tomorrow is Harry Potter.
Yeah, VacTube's got some good stuff. So if you haven't already, go to VacTube, subscribe to that guy because he's got some awesome stuff. Instagram, go to IRL Padawan. I'm trying to remember. Nick.
Mm-hmm.
What's your Instagram handle?
Oh, my Instagram. Sorry,
what's happening there?
Is it IRL? It's not IRL Padawan. It's Padawan IRL.
it's Lost Padawan IRL.
Lost
on there
Padawan
I post,
IRL.
Yeah, I post all my collectibles, anything I get really. I've just ordered another of the movie. The movie required, is it Reliquary? The things
Reliquary.
that you,
Movie Reliquary.
I got the Indiana Jones plane piece coming.
Dude, I got you hooked on that shit, and you just started dumping money to those
Dump.
guys. Holy shit.
Dude, I gotta say, you're contributing to my poverty.
I know. I fuck up all you guys when it comes to spending money, and I apologize, but not really, though, because it's awesome. So I'm stoked for that. So, yeah, go follow...
Beskar Ingot, and the guy made like a plaque for me. He also made a certificate of authenticity. His name's Vendor Replicas. Go and check him out on Instagram. He is a lovely guy. He's from the Netherlands, and he makes he buys other props and then he will weather them for you. He's honestly an awesome dude.
Good to know.
Like, clean it up.
Oh yeah,
killer. Okay, that was a good bit. Appreciate it. Nikki,
that's all right.
How's that bare wall and light switch going? We got to pump you up, dude. I got
by the end of the weekend, I will fucking have all my shit up. Okay, I just have to finish Unpacking.
Okay, look, you don't have to get mad. Don't throw
Cállate, déjame en paz.
Oh, man.
Cállate.
Okay, fine. She said kayak with me.
All right, bye.
I will.
Good night.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you, Nikki, for finally popping in with the camera. No when are we going to get the channel?
I don't know. Eventually. Maybe.
That's a fucking lame. When are we going to get the channel?
You're not going to get a date from me, so.
Fine, I'll just fucking harass you in the DMs.
Just say a day and just say it's like 52. Well, if you say a Monday, there's 52 Mondays in a year. So, I mean, you'll be going round.
No, I'm not even going to give him that.
No.
She's going to do it. I'm going to force her to do it. Okay.
The day that ends in Y.
All right, guys. Thank you for this is kind of our first like inaugural Friday night fight. What's got you mad? I enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Thank you everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for keeping it fun. Big shout out to Ryan. Thank you so much for showing up. Glad to have you here, buddy. And then obviously my community. I love you guys. You are the filthiest group of scoundrels that I've ever flown with. I love you guys. And I will see you for Hangar Bay this Sunday. May the force be with you always.